Whoa! It's straight and flat. It's not blowing up or anything like that. That's a lot of wood right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. An old one, 6 welds. Corner buttoned up in between old aged wood piles. That I am in the shade. That's right. So I climbed up there with my chainsaw.
We're starting here, starting right now. 1, 2, 3. We breathe it in. We feel our hearts, they're pounding, rising up to feel the fire dance wild through our veins. We take a chance, no, we'll never be the same. Giving it all we got, giving it all. Giving it all we got. Climbing up to the top of the world. No fear, we're gonna make it. Everything we want is ours.
And so another day ends here on the tie farm. And making a little more headway on my balls. Didn't go too high. What happened was, so I don't know if I said this in the previous video, but I cut more branches. So I climbed up there with my chainsaw and I cut more limbs so that they don't, actually it looks like I'm gonna have to cut that one too, so they don't, you know, for whatever reason break off and fall down on what will be like a glass or, you know, a breakable roof when it's open anyway. And when I did that, one of the branches swung and it boom, it hit right here. You can see the wood is still there, and then here, and I had the door frame in here just kind of sitting up in, ouch, sitting up in there. And maybe I mentioned it earlier, but boom, took a big old hole out of the door frame. Bam, when it, you know, when the edge of that stump hit it. Anyway, so I was like, damn, so I moved around. So then today, that was yesterday, and today when I came over to finish, you know, start to build a wall, you know, I usually, when I come walking out here, I usually kind of go like this, boom, 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 get, you know, let myself feel how solid it is. And when I went over here and I boom, boom there, it didn't feel solid. It kind of felt solid at the bottom, but it didn't feel solid up the top. Then I thought, what? Because I put bar in there and stuff. I was like, what? And then I remembered, yeah, the tree. I'll bet you, because it was wet, right? It was still wet. I did that during the, you know, just before I cut the branches, really. So it wasn't quite dry. And boom, so I was like, god dang it. So I just, you know, put my hand on this thing over there and I pushed and just snapped off, like, I think it was just 2 rows. Yeah, those 2, 3, no, those are the ends. Yeah, so just 2 rows were enough that got knocked loose by the tree, so I had to redo those. When I actually put in more metal, I put metal going across and then down into it too. So just whatever, because I had more metal. But anyway, and I straightened this one out. It was wonky, but it's straightened out now. Although up here, I kind of fix this now. So I had that hole drilled in there for the metal, but it's just a little bit low. I can't stick the metal in there and then have it up here and then try and bend it, because I'll wind up messing up this, right? Especially when it's wet. But anyway, I'm just going to try and drill. I'm going to get the drill in there, and I'm just going to canter the bit up a little bit so it chews out this part, because I need that metal right there. I want it to go through the here, because I'm filling this thing up with cement, right? And I want to catch that piece of metal in there, as well as the one that goes this way. So yeah, man, gotta be watching that. Oh, speaking of watching, so I'm over here making cement, and my wife yells, "Oh my God, there's a snake in the water!" And I'm like, "What?" So I grab my snake catcher, because actually this morning, not even this morning, just well, this afternoon, I started doing this about noon because we had to go do some stuff in the morning. But I'm standing over here because I was checking the level of this again, and it's perfect. But I was over here, and all of a sudden I just saw water snake, and then he just parked it over there, and so I didn't have my catcher, so I ran and got my catcher, and I came back, and he was gone. But then later, a couple hours later, my wife was like, "Hey, snake in the water." I'm like, "What, is that one snake?" And then I looked, and I'm like, "No, that's not the snake, and that don't look like a water snake." And then it also didn't look alive, but I pulled it out. Whoa! So, oh my God, the ants already got him. But anyway, bro, look at that guy. Whoa. I will toss them in the water. One, because I don't want them attracting 1,000 ants over here. But two, snakes eat, or fish eat that guy. I don't know how he died. He doesn't look like he's got any trauma. It doesn't look like, I thought maybe, somebody chopped him or something. But it don't look, he didn't look injured. I looked at him before. So I don't know. He was floating in the water. He could have drowned, or he could have got in the water, and maybe a big old catfish got a hold of him and wouldn't let him go until he drowned or something, or another snake. I didn't see any holes. I thought maybe a bird. We got big old birds out here now because of the rice, and I thought maybe a bird will, because they'll do that too. But I don't know. Anyway, that was a big one. So I wish I would have caught him, because how I don't kill my snakes, right? Catch and release. Unless it's like super poisonous, is gonna kill me, well, I would kill it, because it's kill or be killed, right? It's like, oh, don't kill the snake. Let him bite you with toxic venom. You can die. Yeah, no. Also bought a new level. Look at that, huh? Perfect. Because I need it. I wanted the smaller one for my ladder and stuff, and it's all good. Still. So what else? I think I'm done here, man. I already put my grinder up. I don't really have to. Okay, my marker and my tape measure. Fan. Turn that off. Well, I'm heading out down the street to go get a couple pieces of wood. I'm gonna try to use my secondhand wood guy to give me some wood for those little forms I need for the beam work up on my shack. I didn't bring my camera, so I'm using my phone camera. And interesting enough, I did have my phone camera in the caddy on my dash, my caddy I put there. But the phone vibrated a lot. And I have software that was upgraded with the AI and everything, and there's supposed to be a big stabilization component there. So I'm kind of interested to see if I can stabilize that part of the video. I only took like 15 seconds just so I could test it. Two different. It would take quite a bit to stabilize, but if it can stabilize that, then whoa, dude, it's amazing. Anyway, off to the wood guy. This road here that goes to the left, like if you come out of our house, you go to the left, it goes down this way. You go to the right, it goes right into Bon Mai, where the village market is and stuff. But this is out the other way, and a T-bone. So yeah, it just comes down to actually it's a T for us, but it's a sweeping turn for these guys. just make a U-turn here and I go all the way straight back on this road. And there's like, you know, 10 different wood guys selling scrap woods. Think I can make it? Wood guys, you know, these aren't the ones that are like building houses. There might be one or two guys building on this road a little farther up, but most of the wood guys around here are just straight up secondhand wood. Little mini personal lumber yards. Well, that's right. Do I need stairs? I was thinking about getting another pair of stairs for something. I don't know. I'll probably just get another big old bundle of scrap wood. Other than the form. The form's got to be at least 4 meters in length. So, and then maybe scraps, because I'll use this wood afterwards as part of my wood part of the walkway around the pond. If you see that, looks like I'm probably gonna have to put this in the stabilized as well. All right, man. Well, let me get back at you when I get up to the wood place. All right, back at you. So I'm here at the wood guy, and as soon as I walked up, he's like, "What's up, bro?" So we closed the deal. What I did was I bought he had a big old, they're already stacking it in my truck, man. I already bought a big old stack. This is all, you know, just uneven kind of lengths and stuff. He stacked it up over there. And that was 500 baht, which is a pretty good deal because it's, you know, mostly all my dang and stuff like that. And then over here, I got these short ones. Remember, I was gonna cut those little short ones for my step, for the trail. Well, he had a whole stack of like 100 of these pieces, or 130 of these short pieces that I would normally use for that walkway. And they're all cut to length already and everything. And they're 10 baht each, so I just bought the whole thing. He gave me the whole pallet basically for 1,000 baht, which is probably 1,300 or something. But yeah, pretty cool, man. So for basically, well, 1,500 baht, I got a shit ton of wood that I can do stuff with. They're not real wide for the form, but I could put 2 of these together. I should be able to put, you know, 2 of these together and make a form. That shouldn't be a big problem. I always have a hard time looking at my camera on this phone because I don't know where the hell the camera is. But yeah, so this is also, you know, basically old aged wood piles that, you know, I'm sure somebody would say, you know what, I need aged wood for the look I'm going, and get some of that. They've been sitting here for a while, I can tell, stacking stuff up differently, but all of it can be let go. There's stairs over there. They never take apart the stairs, very rarely, but this time he's actually cut those size wood, probably scraps down to the little sizes that I needed. That's probably gonna work out pretty good. So yeah, see that set of stairs over there growing in the weeds? I wonder if he'd give me that thing for like 200 baht. You can always use stairs, bro. But yeah, this kind of wood, and it looks like he's got junk tin here too. I need tin, but I don't think I'm gonna use that one. Gotta watch for nails around here. But they're pretty good. He's got all hands on deck over there, doing my thing. The stairs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, 9. A 9 rung set of stairs. This one's already worn really bad. This one's actually in the best shape. I'll have to see how much he wants for that. Alrighty. I just actually stopped. I always stop when I leave that place to check to make sure my tie downs are tied down and everything. Those guys tied it up for me. I showed them how to use the tie down again. Anyway, here, take it out, man. Right there. Oh yeah, big old. So, and here, there is there's 110 of the shorties, and then there's these other pieces I got, which are really, these are what, that's like 2 inch or 2.5 inch. They probably call that 2 inch. But you know, they can be used. They can use these for something. And there was these 6 extra or 5 extra of these 1x3 planks that are pretty solid. You know, and it's good, man. It's all good. It's all real good wood. I mean, I don't know if you can see the grain in that, but let me wet it up. See, look at that, man. Damn nice. And I like about it that it's thick enough to where, you know, it'll lay down like this, right? That's the idea, right? Boom, 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 with the stones in between. And I don't know, I probably could do the math on this to see how much of the pathway I can get out of wood. If I just want to continue all wood until I get somewhere else, or if I want to put, you know, about half of this down and change the medium to, you know, the broken stone, broken concrete or something, and then continue wood after that. I don't know, but yeah, I should be able to calculate. You know, I'll lay out a few of these pieces and give the space for the stone space, measure that and multiply it out. Anyway, so all in all, that's like, what did I say that was? 10 and 15, about 120, and that was about 45, 160, 165. And I paid, what I paid 500 baht for that whole stack right there, shorties. Good, that's all good wood. That's water wood. I could, no problem when it gets rained on. And then, or no, I paid 1,000 baht for those, because those were like 10 baht each. So 1,000 baht for the whole, for all this stack, right? So that's like, he gave me those extra, right? So normally 1,000 baht would be 100 pieces at 10 baht each, but there's about 120 there. So, and then over there, that big old pile of all that longwood was 500 baht. So, you know, pretty good deal the way I see it. Especially because, you know, this wood has been around forever, and it's probably gonna be around forever. Yeah. So if I average it out, it'd be about 9 baht for each piece of wood, like no matter what. Long ones, short ones, whatever you want, is 9 baht. Which I could probably go back at them with that, you know. Next time I want to bargain some wood, I go, dude, let's just mix all this up. See, and if it averages out at 9 now, I present it and average it out for them and say, dude, it's 9, you know, we can do 7, yeah? Yeah. Get it even cheaper. But they had stairs and stuff over there I looked at. He wanted me, there were 1,000 baht for each staircase. And one of them was like really good shape, really good wood. Looked actually fairly new. But I was like, nah, you know, don't want up here too eager. Anyway, that's the task now, of course, is I have to lug all this wood, you know, by handful, or maybe I can do a wheelbarrow. I don't really like doing a wheelbarrow over this rough stuff. I need real quality 4x4 tires or whatever. But anyway, I'll be doing that all the way out there. But now that my truck is empty, guess where I gotta go? Yeah, I gotta go back out there, and I gotta need some more cement, more bricks. Buy me another 50 bricks, man. That's 8, 3 times 8, 4 times 8, 32, 40, yeah. At least another 50 bricks. And then, yeah, I'll go with 1 bag of cement. That way I don't have to lug 2 bags of cement over there, 2 50-kilo bags. All right, man, let's go get some dirt. Or, not dirt. It's the dirt guy, but we're gonna go get the cement and the brick. All right, back at you. Well, I did a little math on that wood, and if I lay it out about that far apart, that's going to be about 1 meter. So figure 5 pieces for 1 meter. And I got 100 pieces, that's 20 meters at least worth of pathway. I used my wheel a minute ago to kind of wheel out what I could do with 20 meters worth of wood pathway. And I figured that I could continue this part right here all the way up, not including this wood, all the way up to about here. But what I, this pathway going to the door, but what I really needed to do, I'm gonna burn all that, move it out of the way, but so the wood pathway would come up here and it would actually turn and it would be raised up here. So it's a wood walkway that's raised. I could raise it, keep going all the way here to this pathway. That's actually only 16 meters. And then I thought maybe, not a pathway, but I could just make a ledge here. That's 4 meters. So, I don't know. But that's if I was, doing it 5 per meter. The wood walkway, the elevated walkway, I probably wouldn't have them like far apart like that. I'd have them closer. So anyway, I think I can create this pathway all the way up here and over here, and then have a tight elevated one there so it's much easier to walk, and maybe extend it out there with that wood. I looked at some of the other wood and I took a couple pieces that were already this size and got them up here, so I could use, and I have enough wood over there to use to make the deck out of that wood, which would be certainly strong enough. But it's it's gonna be a bear. I want to seal it as close as I can possible to being together, and I'd have to probably bar clamp everything together, maybe glue it, and then I certainly want to sand it all, and then varnish it or lacquer, kind of seal it up more. Anyway, I also just hiked over these 50 bricks and that bag of 100 pound, 120 pound bag of cement. But I'm tired now. But yeah, so anyway, so I got my wood, I got my bricks and my cement in place. So I can start building more wall. And I got all that wood over there in place. I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to do more cement work before I get to the wood. Cement work shouldn't take, it'll take a few days, but I think the wood can withstand any pests or anything for a few days. I think it'll be all right. I don't think I'm going to get any issues anyway, but what I should do, because it smells good, and any kind of ants or somebody up in here might smell it and go, hey, that smells like fresh wood, man. So I'll come over here today, this evening, and I'll spray all the bottom. I'll just spray all that wood down there and near the bottom and all that, just to keep anything away. Same over there. And then it'll sit for a few days. I'll do the brickwork up here. I'll let it sit. While it's sitting up, and my ideas are still going through my head, I'll go ahead and I'll start hoiking over 2 buckets of gravel 150 times probably to lay the base for that path. The elevated one, I'm probably going to have to dig out the wayside to plant the posts, because I'm going to plant like 3 or 4 posts, and run the rail down the length of the post so that these things can go on top of it. But yeah, that'll enable me to get the wood all out of the way so it doesn't have a chance to just sit through the elements or whatever. I'm thankful that we still got all of December. It's a cooler month. January gonna be a cool month, so I got these 2 months to get this stuff in place before the super high heat starts coming in and messing up my day. But yeah, taking shape, man. I think it was David, one of my subscribers, reminded me, or said, hey man, you ever think about glass block for that, you know, for my walls or the shop area or the, you know, pond by the shack or whatever. I'm babbling now. I'm tired, so tired I can't even get my sentences together. But anyway, when he said glass blocks, that reminded me of the, oh yeah, that's right. One of my first pictures in my head was making use of the glass blocks or something, but I done forgot all about it until he mentioned that, and then I was like, whoa, so now that the bricks are up, kind of partially, I'm starting to think of the glass block. And so I don't know. I do know, I think I'm gonna put, when you walk in the door, I think I'm gonna put a stair-step glass block right there to separate, kind of like a little bit over, because the wall on this side, to me, that's gonna be like a little nook that's underneath the loft, right? So that's a little nook with, you know, like maybe all the library and a computer desk and stuff like that. So maybe it'd be good to have like a little bit of separation, kind of like if you saw the video where I made my bathroom back here, right? I put that glass block on the shower wall, separate it, and yeah, that's easy enough. Anyway, oh my God, I'm tired. I need to go eat something. All right, man. Well, hey, let me get out and about. We'll see what I get done. All right, back at you. Hey guys, how you doing? Good morning from the Thai farm, where I am in the shade. That's right, yeah. So if you're watching, right, I think it's in this video. I got all that wood from my wood guy, and what I've done, I did it yesterday actually, was I got 2 piles, right? One big old pile that was like all these long, different kinds of different lengths, but basically pile of longwood, which was like 500 baht, and then a big old mini pallet full of the smaller, you know, 2-inch planks basically that were pre-cut for, you know, their tail offs or, you know, end pieces or something, but they're perfect for my wooden walkway that I'm building. So anyway, what I've done is I had laid all the big long ones up here, marked them out, and then I cut them to length to take care of my loft. So here, the loft has been cut. What I did was, let me go up here. Yeah. Oh. So what I did was I took the pieces and I just laid them up here randomly and kind of cinched them together a little bit. They're not all straight flush, so there's, you know, there's space between cracks or whatever. Depending on the size of the crack, it looks like they're all big enough where I could probably just use the sawdust filler, you know, and glue them all together or whatever. Maybe use my bar clamps or something, but anyway, I think it's pretty good, almost like it is. It's gonna fit. I had just enough wood, and it's good too, because now I can actually put my step ladder on here to, when I get working on the, you know, the angle iron for that. I also need one of my subscribers, I forget who it was, reminded me I need to put a handrail on this ladder. Cause you know, just old people, really, it's an old people thing. But yeah, that was quite the task. It was fun. Some of the wood is not as thick as the others, but it's not like, you know, it's not like 3/4 to a 1/2 inch. It's just different size of 1 inch or whatever, or 3/4 like that. So it might be enough where any subtle differences, the belt sander can take it down to where, you know, the goal is to have this even. So I don't know if I'm gonna get to it today, but maybe I can start it today, because I'm gonna use my belt sander, put a new belt on it, and I'll you know, coarse belt, and then I'll be up on top of this, and I'll just belt sand the crap out of it from in its position where it's at now, and hopefully it'll remain stable enough. And you know, maybe where I'm kneeling on it, I can put a board horizontal or perpendicular to these to trap them all so it doesn't move too much when I'm belt sanding. So the idea is to belt sand the whole thing while it's up there, and then when I'm done, I'm fine with that, I'm gonna flip it over, flip them all over, so I can belt sand this side, have both sides sanded clean, full of, you know, blemishes and all that, whatever, make it look nice. And then what I'm gonna have to do is I'll do it in maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, that's not a beater, but I'll probably, and there, I think there's 40 pieces. Yeah, I numbered these because the way they sit, they're kind of specific. I figured they'll fit better that way because I adjusted for some of the curves and stuff. So I numbered them so I can remember where they go. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take them in batches of like 10, and I'll bar clamp them together, hold them in place, and maybe that's where I can actually even put some glue and stuff, but I don't know. But anyway, I'm gonna hold them in place so I can use like one plank of 10 pieces together, and then I'm gonna take it over, set it out here somewhere. Well, there's a lot of dusty on that side, a lot of cement dust, so I'll probably do over here, and then I'll just spray it with my lacquer, my stain and my lacquer. That'll seal it up pretty good for any kind of future bugs. This is good hardwood anyway, so it's going to be bug resistant, but I think I can add, you know, a few years for sure onto the any issues that might arise with a good coating of stain and lacquer. I got lacquer there instead of, I think I'm out of the varnish, but the lacquer's there, and I think that'll work good. And so then I'm gonna lacquer both sides, so the underside will look nice, and of course the underside is the one that probably needs most protection. Although this is an occupied space down here, so you know, usually you don't get bugs that will try and you know, get up in here in an occupied space. You know, it's always the unoccupied, dormant, dank, wet, dark, or whatever that invites pests. The living space is a little bit harder. Although we're not living in it per day, but I'll probably be walking by here or whatever. Anyway, so yeah, man, got the loft flooring in its first phase. But today, what I want to try and do is I want to try and see how this is going to work out with the bricks reaching the in between here all the way flush to the floor here. I did have the initial thought of, you know, moving this to where it's just sitting on top of here, and then the brick is past it so that it sits up against the brick and then down here for support, and that way I can make the brick higher than right here. But you know, again, this is a doorway, so I think I am going to have to build the beam here for the doorway. Matter of fact, you know what? Yeah, this I'm definitely going to have to put the cement beam. I'm going to have to build that cement beam around that last brick maybe, and then have it come all the way across, inclusive of this. So I got to have that metal bar in there and stuff. Oh, because this is not going to be enough. I need it to be deeper if I want to put a bolt through there. I just saw that. But anyway, on this side, this is probably my primary task. So this side I don't have, there's two two here, right? Two bars that grab the beam or grab the post. And there's only one here. I need to put a second one here, but I initially thought, well, I'll just put it to right here because that's really all I need, because the bricks can go between here. There's not going to be any bricks up here because this is a window area. But I realized that, you know, in the grand scheme of things, I need to have a second bar that goes the whole length. And I didn't really want to go run out and buy, you know, what is that one? And so obviously I need to do this side, that's 2. And maybe even that end piece right there, that's 3. Yeah, so I need like 3 more bars probably. Yeah, well, I need it anyway. So I looked on the ground, and of course, you know, I'm a scrapping guy, right? So I found this piece, which is fine, but it's not long enough. It was welded here once, but then, you know, boom, 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 I got these pieces. That's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the big one is 6. So there's 6 pieces, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to weld them together. That'll give me the length of from here to here, and so I should be all right with that. And then I can go ahead and build this brick up to be inside here. These, by the way, are, well, that's right, wait a minute, I gotta watch that. I realize now that this metal, this is actually, I think, the 2-inch compared to the 3-inch. So yeah, it's smaller, so I gotta make sure I have it on the bottom. So when I weld it, I'm gonna have to weld it. Oh man, whoa, that was a leaf. I thought that was a lizard. So, oh man, I just thought of that. Well, I guess maybe it doesn't matter. I'll just go ahead and keep it in this. I'll keep it up here, flush support. It doesn't matter that this and this aren't level at the bottom, because that's gonna be, you know, the brick's gonna cover all that or whatever, the cement, right? Yeah, it'd be nice to have the same size. That's like, you know, it says 2-inch, but those are whatever, about 2.5, and that's 3-inch, so it's actually almost 3-inch. Weird. But anyway, yeah, so weld this thing together, weld it up in place, boom, chicka boom. And then once that's in place, then I can go ahead and start more cement work. And if this goes good right here and here, then I'll do this side. And then for the most part, that whole side will have been done, except for whatever I'm going to do for the top part of the window framing, you know. Yeah. And then, so like I said, yeah, do this, do that. Hopefully I can finish all that and get started here, maybe even finish this side as well. That would be that'd be a little bit of a challenge for today, is to finish these 3, finish the walls so they go all the way up in between there, exposing the door frame, so I can do that, and then like that, and then yeah, I don't want to make this permanent until I can, you know, until I'm ready to not have to go up there. So matter of fact, yeah, you know what, I'm not gonna sand that today at all, because I just realized that, yeah, I got to put my ladder up there and I got to do the work. I got to do the metal work for the angle iron on the A-frame. I got to do some welding up there, which means the hot embers are going to fall down on this wood and burn it. And which maybe I can incorporate that into the look, so you can say, you see those marks? That's home construction. And yeah, so I'll leave that up there as a working platform, but you know, in the end, I'm gonna sand it down to where it's all nice and neat. Matter of fact, yeah, it's gonna have to be up there for a little bit because I'm gonna use this platform for the crossbars as well, and the glass installation probably as well. So I think I'll concentrate on finishing all the brickwork, sealing up these walls, and then coming over here and doing this side. And I plan on doing the same thing. I'm planning on taking these old pieces of rebar, not that old, but anyway, I'm going to drill down. I'm going to post these down in there at least about halfway, or no, you know, yeah, I'll probably put my same as my pop bottle right there sticking out, so it'll go into the upper brick. And I'll put probably, what's that, 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 6 of those in there. That ought to be enough to secure to this wall. And then I'll bring it up, and when I got, then I'll have to actually get that other pipe beam, or, yeah, bar, so I can complete this side. Thinking through all this, you know, while I'm talking to you, because that's what helps me do it, right? Think it through, Craig. Think it through. Then change it in the middle. And I know it's early in the morning, but hey, man, let's go live. I went to the Sunday market this morning. It's Sunday. I bought another soldering iron. That's my third one now. But it's a very robust one. It's a Japanese one. Remember, they sell a lot of Japanese products here, like used secondhand Japanese products, still in the old, you know, even in the old 1950s box or whatever. But they, you know, these Japanese products, they, like anything electronic, man, they're built to last, dude. And the secondhand stores that sell all this stuff, they know it. So of course they, you know, jack up the price for, you know, pretty good, close to retail almost. But I think I paid like $100 for it. But it's so my other ones are 40 watt or 60 watt or whatever. Is it watts or volts? Anyway, this one is 100. So. And it's got a really nice big copper tip, nice solid, you know, shaved blade tip. It's gonna work real good for all that solder stuff I have. Oh, that's right, I also bought a little pair of shitty computer speakers that seem to have a big old magnet and a nice woofer in there. So, I mean, a nice tweeter in there. So, I need new speakers for my computer, man. I can't hear my other ones were crap. But yeah, they were like $1, so that's a good deal. And then I also bought some material because I'm gonna, I don't know if you saw, but you know, my favorite house pants, you know, my hippie pants, as some people call them. They have elastic around the ankle, and they're when I put them on, they're short. They don't make them longer. That's the longest they have. But you know, I'm a long guy, so I'm going to. I bought it's actually a poncho for a kid, made out of almost the same material. I got it for 20 baht, which is whatever, 80 cents or something. And then, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna have my wife take it up to the seamstress up there and have her cut my knees, insert about 8 inches worth of that material, sew it up, and then I'll have longer pants, man. I'm stoked. I didn't want to put just any material, but then when I was walking by, this old lady had a big old pile of clothes just sitting on the ground and some dishes from her house. You could see that she was just selling whatever to make money. And I'm like, whoa, what is that? I look at it, oh yeah, she got 20 baht. So yep, there you go, man. Anyway, yeah, so that's what I'm going to try and do today, in addition to whatever I just did yesterday, because I probably made a video for that. I know I made the video for the wood and all that stuff. Anyway, okay, Craig. Welding, that's what I need to do first, is welding. And I brought my burn towel, for those of you who are watching. And we'll get it done, man. This thing don't have to be, you know, obviously you're gonna weld 5 different parts. You're not gonna get a straight weld. I'm not that guy, okay? I'm not that guy. But it doesn't have to be perfect. It can be slightly wonky. What I want it to do is to support here, support these, you know, and get welded to that like that. So it's a, you know, so it's a little added support. But again, other than right here and on the 2 ends there, this is the only weight bearing area. All that's non-weight bearing. Any weight is borne by the corner steel posts and the center posts, so ain't worried about it. And yeah, man, this is actually leftover wood. These are the end pieces from when I cut off all this wood, so you can see some of them were pretty long. You know, this is almost 80, I think, inches. So yeah. And you know, the sun's out, so it's a little bit hot. This actually kind of worked. Not so much the welding part, but this work, doing all this work today under this shade, oh my gosh, with the fan on, I should be quite comfortable. All right, man. Let me get to it and I'll get back at you. Alrighty, well that's done. And it was, well, there's, I think, what, 1 2 3 4 5. What? 1 2 3 4 5. An old one, 6 welds in this second pipe that goes, second bar goes all the way down there. Man, it was alright, but remember, old metal, especially, you know, the iron one or the black ones, which have rust easily. It's not rust through there, but it's surface rust. It doesn't like to weld very nice. But anyway, I welded it all. But what I did, just to, you know, just to make sure, was I put a lag, another metal lag screw, basically, all the way through there on each of the posts after I welded it. Actually, I put lags on the other bar too. Just I didn't do them all the last time, but anyway, now it's this, you know, this is pretty solid. It's right up against here, so that's real good. It's supporting it right here, which is really what I wanted. And then this will, I believe, this will trap nicely into the bricks. Well, over there into the bricks. Here it's just going to be part of a window frame, I think. I don't know if I'm going to have this wood or if I'm just going to, you know, I don't know. This is not too much cement, so I don't think I can make the cement go across here. If I did, like, you know, put 2 or 3 round bar in there to support it, I think it would sag still, because it's just cement and bar going across here, and it would only be about, like I say, 3 inches thick. That's not a real big beam. But I mean, I could do it just to tie the left to the right, and then of course the frame for the window would be supporting that. So maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll actually have to wait till I build the bricks all the way up between there, both sides and everything, and get the frame in place before I actually pour the cross beam. In that case, the frame would be probably pretty locked into the cross beam. But anyway, like I said, the cross beam isn't there for support really, other than holding these 2 right and lefts in place. But there's no, you know, no ceiling support, so to speak. Yeah, and that pretty much took I don't know, it feels like all day. So, but there's still time left in the day, so I guess I'm gonna mix some cement, see if I can't get to it. At least I got all that metal squared away. Now I can work on the cement comfortably and not have to worry about it. All right, more later. Be back at you. Alrighty, well, got pretty much done what I figured I could get done, except for one part, but and there it is. Got that whole corner buttoned up in between the rafters. On this side, I did not get to the rafters because I ran out of cement right there, or cement mixed. You know, if I would have mixed a whole nother batch, I would have had to start on this, which I didn't get to. It's already after 5 o'clock. But got that done, and I got that welded all the way across there, and there. So I did pretty good today. But tomorrow is another day, which I should finish that button up, and then this one, and then I can start on this one. Pretty soon that'll be done. The only thing got to worry about is the rest of this whole thing on a DIY here by the pond. All right, man. Well, hey, thanks for watching. Keep watching, and I'll get back to you from here on the Thai farm.